The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you have to do, make it last.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 947. Tuesdays, we've been talking professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on social media here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this is the Riz.
That's me.
That's the Riz.
What camera is this?
There's a camera over here that when I don't have guests, I can turn it around and do this really cool shot.
This is weird.
I never do this on this show, do I?
No, you don't.
No. I'm going to pull up the chat room so we can see what's going on there, too, because I think the intern...
Now you can see me actually...
Listen, when I don't give a fuck about switching and just want to hang out with you guys, this is the shot that I can use. And tonight is one of those nights. We don't have a guest. It didn't work out with a guest tonight for one reason or another. And here we are. And I'm just hanging with my buddy the Riz, and he's drinking my Dunkin' Donuts. There you go. There you go. Nom 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 on the screen. So it's it's called a two-shot, Riz. You've done production long enough.
Here's the thing. You have that camera angle.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going to see whenever I turn on you.
Yes.
Whenever my face
hold on.
This.
Do the move.
Wait, no. Like I'm the one doing. Yeah.
You gotta do the thing behind me. Like Riz, I think we have a very good relationship. I think there's nothing wrong that could possibly happen in this, right, Riz? Did you do the thing? I
didn't do the thing.
That was your cue to do the thing. That's the meme.
No, well, first of all,
what are we doing? What are we doing? Also, there's no audio. Did you know there's no audio right now?
Oh.
There's no audio on this show right now, for instance, because
streaming is hard.
Streaming is hard, and maybe we should just start over. I don't know. It's fine. We're just going to do this here, and it's going to look weird for a moment, but we're going to be back right here. Boom, there we go. Now they have audio in the stream because I forgot to set that up after I told myself I wasn't going to. So we're going to put all the graphics in as we're building. We're building the plane as we're flying it, sir. That's what's happening right now. Everything is just fine, okay? Everything is just fine.
The one thing I will say is I just saw something come through my my screen for the for the second portion of this, and that's weird.
I need to move that. Don't worry about that. I'm fixing it.
It kind of caught me off guard, and I realized I was on camera.
Oh, so I don't know what's on camera. Oh no, it was like it was like the ad or something, right?
No, like I saw something.
Wait, it doesn't matter. It's audio. Listen, we don't need to get into the weeds on this thing. Anyways, this thing's bigger. I need to fix this. I need to shrink this thing over here. This
is a weird week.
I'm glad nothing important happened when you guys couldn't hear us on the live feed. But we did capture it all locally, so nobody's going to even notice when they watch later. This is why we reset and repost the show now, because things happen. Intern John is on, I believe, spring break, so we don't have our support there, or you won't have Muscle Eagle on the social medias. But it is great week to start Mayhem Mania.
I mean...
there we go. There you go. That's nice.
And then also this.
Just sitting there. Yeah. Get all the hits in. Right
and also
now
Scott Nash.
Oh my God. Well, okay. This is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. We should talk about wrestling things. We got about 45 minutes here before we get into the Mayhem Mania proceedings. And
nothing really happened.
Have a good
night.
Nothing really happened.
Cut the credits.
John Cena is evil. Travis. I do not know a Travis Scott song. Yes, and America is dead.
You do know a Travis Scott.
I do not knowingly know a Travis Scott. I know a lot of Poppy songs. What do I know?
Play it every week.
I know. You said it's like the intro
the
for
Fiend, me. That song. They play that song.
Okay.
A lot.
Sure.
Travis Scott.
Sure. Oh, and he's the guy that almost gave weed to Jey Uso on the air, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also, he burned sage.
And then punched punched Cody square in the fucking head. Oh my god,
Slapped.
dude, what are you doing? We're talking
The sound that it made was reminiscent to the sound
this
of the hair whip
This is the
from,
most
from that same night.
this is the like somebody didn't fill him in on what wrestling is. Apparently, allegedly he's training. Apparently, I know where he's training. It's the shitty place in Pittsburgh that I know where people train. There's something. It's just what the fuck, dude. It's just absolutely bonkers. I didn't catch how like there was like awkward moments, but I didn't really notice the absolute complete potato he gave Cody that allegedly gave him a bust. Well, we had a people, you know, it's like when we have people over here, we're talking and reacting to things. We don't hear everything on the screen. Okay. It's one of the, you know, I'm starting to become of a mind that when I want to watch a big event, and this is not like a detraction to the people that we were hanging out with on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah. But there's a certain point where there needs to be like, no, everybody needs to listen now. You know what I mean? I try to cue it up by turning up the TV, but then when somebody reacts to something and for one reason or another, and then you miss something, right? Like I almost like any big point, like maybe I should just make it a point that when we have a party like that, the big moments like that, or anything where Roman Reigns is in the ring and talks a lot, I need to just go somewhere else after the show, after everybody's left, as I'm cleaning up, and go replay that segment again with the volume up to catch everything that I missed. Because that's the detail I love, you know, that kind of thing. I love. If I geek out for a moment here on production, I tweeted it out, scooted, threaded, pooped it, whatever it is. Plurked it. I need what's the overwhelming? I need a term for posting. Chat room, help me out with that. We'll get back to that. But there's a point where Triple H, like they're asking about how tight the vest, like this John Cena turn was, and Triple H is in the press conference is like, well, we got to the end of the match, and I got on the headset and said, okay, all traffic goes through me from here on out, and then he directed the production from there. I love that. I love that, you know, that's how they ran something like that, right? Versus just promoters not telling me that somebody's going to turn at the end of the match or at the end of the show or anything like that. When I literally just talked to the person backstage during the match because we had to, there's a whole thing. So anyway, so that's the kind of thing that we're doing.
That sounds personal, sort of.
Listen, the Rev may or may not be a piece of shit as well. Okay. May or may not allegedly be a piece of shit as well.
I'm not going to say anything. Rev is a nice person.
Rev is typically a nice person, generally a nice person, but he may
had to get his leg taped up.
Yeah, get his leg taped up. He took the money. He turned on the good olds of IWC. Now I know we're mixing our Pittsburgh wrestling with our John Cena talk, but anyways,
okay, let's get into this.
Let's get into this. Riz, right the ship here. You're in charge.
Like, first of all, I want to. They were, because after the show, I was like watching it back, and
you're in shock.
I picked up some stuff. First, and it kind of was the same, like when I saw some videos of like different actions of what John Cena has done in the past. One, the STF that he put Punk in, his best one ever. Because his hand wasn't like on the ground; it was actually like really like yanking on his neck. Like it actually looked like it hurt. Looked like he was actually doing something.
A little more vicious than usual.
Yeah, meaning that's one thing. Two, Seth Rollins
yelling "die."
Seth Rollins yelling "die," but I want to point out something. Seth Rollins wasn't coming straight through the door. Seth Rollins was over on the side. Meaning John Cena saw him.
You think Seth Rollins hates Cena so much that he has also aligned with The Rock and Cena?
You mean Punk? Like he hates Punk?
Hates more? Punk so much?
Mm-hmm.
that he aligned with Cena and The Rock?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Like maybe not intentionally, but
Mhm.
you know,
No, I think we're alluding intentionally, aren't we? At this point.
yeah, I guess. I mean, it after Monday, yeah, it kind of was kind of felt intentional. But just these small instances during the promo after the match, the camera, and I blame you. Sorry.
You're hyper
Cut-
aware. You're hyper
cut-
aware now.
Cut back to that.
You can
cut back to
appreciate.
the
Oh, you want this?
two of us.
You want
Yeah.
this? Hey.
I blame you. I blame you
Okay.
because all the while this promo was going on between The Rock and Cody,
Mhm.
I'm looking at John Cena,
Mhm.
who never left the middle of the screen.
No, because you wanted to see his reactions. His reactions
And
are a background focal
they
point.
were
Mhm.
Hogan-esque reactions.
Over the top,
They
right?
were hot dogging, over the top
Mhm.
reactions, and it made it even
Man,
more.
this is so great. This is so great to be here,
Mhm.
man. This is so great. Yeah, until it's not.
and melt.
And melt.
Um,
Yes.
But like just that entire segment was it felt like a fever dream. Like when he did drop the F-bomb, when he said the fuck word,
Yes. When he said the
I-
fuck word.
I got up and I walked all the way to the corner.
Would you put
I'm
yourself?
like,
You put yourself in the
And
corner.
yeah, because it was
Hit you that hard?
well, yes,
Yes.
This is-
Yes.
like we're used to, like AEW does it
Mhm.
not all now and again, but
Sure.
this is WWE.
Sure.
They don't say that word, and even during that time, I'm like, during that time, it was like a moment where, like when he said "Hey Rock" like that, I'm like,
Here we go.
in my head, I'm like, in my head, I was like, "Go fuck yourself" would be so good right here. And then he said it, and it was weird, but it was it took me back, took me aback a little bit. But Cena and Cody at Mania is going to be fun. I
Mhm.
think
Mhm.
it's going to be one of those Avengers type situations. I
It's
think.
gonna be everybody's involved. There's a new big
Mhm.
bad here, right? There's a new Thanos. Rock is Thanos.
Nope.
No. The Thanos-esque.
Rock is Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom. Okay, is that our metaphor now?
Yeah,
So we're still not sure how that's gonna play out. So
Roman. Roman was Thanos.
okay.
The Rock is Doctor Doom.
Okay. Trying to do it again. Okay.
Try to do it again.
And the logic makes sense here of this being the point he's doing it. Because you do track back to the desperation. Punk laid it out on the promo on Monday as well. He was just
I
like,
almost thought he was about to say bald fuck.
I think he almost did. But anyways, no, but it is like he's that desperate. Like, I haven't won a match since before COVID and da 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 da. He was like the last. He had a Mania match. I think the last Mania match was against Austin Theory 2 years ago, and for the U.S. title, and he lost. Right. So he hasn't even. So this is the last run. It's like he wins Chamber. Didn't make Rumble. It was like this is the last ditch effort, and he sold his soul to do it. He still had to win Chamber without any input though. But then after that, that's where we're at.
Was he the last guy?
What?
Was he the last person in the?
No, I lost
the
track
chamber?
because there was a lot of conversation, and I did lose a lot of track of what was happening in that match for some reason. So a whole 4 matches, and you start losing yourself on this show versus a show this weekend that has like 10. So, which is and that's such an interesting dichotomy of like this match. This show has like probably 14 matches after we're done with 0 Hour coming up at Revolution, which I'm going to be there for, by the way. I don't know if I'm making 0 Hour though because of my schedule. But anyways, other than that, but yeah, and then this one has 4
and
matches.
they all mattered.
And they all mattered. Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
they all act like the quality over quantity.
Absolutely. Everybody deserved to be there. But yeah, this is to the point, and this was shared. And I don't like when we share political things in the group. I'm going to restate that. I want this to be a place where we don't have to connect with all the bullshit happening in the world.
Yeah.
And we can talk about something, we can talk about our stories here, and in the groups and everything like that. But I watched this one today because it is something that I watched and I saw it posted and I was like, okay, this is fine in context. Where they took the John Cena Rock angle and juxtaposed it over the story of what happened between a couple of world leaders last Friday, and everything else there. So which was beautiful, by the way. So, that's you may agree, disagree with the Jon Stewart opinion on things like that. But it was just a wonderful point of storytelling and comedy there. But that's it. It's everywhere. And this is, even sitting there watching that segment that was so beautifully executed. And then, then there was like, everybody's going to ask every wrestling fan's going to ask why the hell is Travis Scott there? Which, obviously there's some problems with that in the end, but which honestly, it adds to the story. It does add, even if he did go off the rails on that thing, maybe that adds to people saying, wait, is this the layman wrestling fan will be like, wait, is this real? That little bit of doubt that certain level of fans have, which is a beautiful art form there. Which is the sleight of hand sometimes, but also any outlet that wasn't already going to cover this because the height of John Cena that everybody knows with The Rock, who everybody knows, doing this big heel turn. Then you have Travis Scott just standing there, which means it's going to pick up on every other news outlet just because of that fact. And now you have your free advertising for
and then you're going into like, hey,
mm-hmm.
Also, Travis Scott is training. Also, Travis Scott is
that out there. Yep. And also, we've seen, and you put that out there, knowing about Logan Paul, Bad Bunny. Somebody else has come in recently. Who am I thinking? Am I missing? Is that it? Is that the big ones?
No, it's before that. No, I know who you're talking about. It's just like off the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, somebody, but someone that's trained to come in, done stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah. And this is the beautiful. This is the old. This is what the original WrestleMania side. Sorry, I'm getting notices of something else that's happening tonight. That I don't want anything to do with. But I'm trying to get back into the chat room here to see if they're correcting me too. But anyways, so yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say one thing I did see, and I kind of want to discuss a little bit, is that a lot of people our age, like you and I, are comparing this, like what's happening with Rock and Cena and Cody, and comparing that to the third man. Comparing that to Bash at the Beach and Hulk Hogan, and
was
comparing, and they were saying, I heard some people go, this isn't like that because that happened.
And
I'm like,
this is a different
in my head, I'm like, yeah, that happened to us. What happens here? What happened here, and what happened in 94 or 90 whatever.
96, sir.
What?
96.
96, sorry. And then what happened even in a little bit when Stone Cold joined Vince McMahon, that happened to us.
Yeah, less of
it's fine.
Less effective.
It's less of that. But
2-man power trip.
But the thing is, this wasn't for us. This hasn't been for us for years.
It's for them kids.
It's for the people that are the younger kids that
Fuck them
only
kids.
seen Hulk Hogan, only seen their Hulk
Yep.
Hogan as John Cena.
And when did it happen? When this person was at the twilight of his career
Mhm.
and running out of steam, and then you drop the bomb. Like what happened to Hogan, you know?
But
So
I don't see John Cena doing that. Like going all like what 10 years.
Oh no, this is part.
after-
No. But I'm saying conceptually, generally conceptually, not the aftermath.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
not with the
yeah.
creative
No.
control and everything. No,
No.
it's beautifully done. It's a beautiful time, and they did it when it matters the most, right?
Mhm.
And everything was there for it, and you know, and I love even his tweets back this up, you know, to a certain point too. And man, it's so beautifully done. And this is you know, this and you're right, just like the Hogan turn was the shocker for us, this is the
Mhm.
shocker for, you know, this generation, you know, that's grown
I'm
up on
pulling
John
something
Cena.
up. I just want to see if I can find it real quick
Mm-hmm.
because this was his last posting. I'm going to point it out here.
I think I know which one you're
It
talking about. Is
was-
it the one about discipline on March 3rd?
Yes.
Let me get, I'll do this read here real quick. Have the discipline to do what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it.
And the seeds were planted at Royal Rumble
Absolutely.
because normally it was John, like face John Cena would have said, I'm going to Raw and I'm going to wrestle. I'm going to compete. I'm going to do this. At Royal Rumble, he was like, I deserve to be in this match. Therefore, I'm going to be in this match.
Yeah, which was like really interesting, wasn't it? Also, I want to point out this is something he posted at about 10:30
Mhm.
a.m. the day of Elimination Chamber. It's a poster of Elimination Chamber with The Rock, him, and Travis Scott.
Mm. Interesting.
and again, going into this, I was racking my brain what they're going to do with this. And again, they replay that thing. It was like, man, this could be a Cena turn. This could be Punk going with Rock. Like I felt like there was a couple directions you could go with it, especially as we ended up with that final four, then their final three.
Mhm.
You know, which is like, ooh, you know, these guys go. They're not going to be the good guy, right?
Mhm.
I don't think Cody's switching. I think it's going to be this. And it was definitely when Cena did the turn, I was just like, fucking right. You know, like fucking knew it. You know, it was, you know, reading the tea leaves as we do, like, you know, having the maybe this, maybe that's that we do, but not so much that it ruins and you're mad when it doesn't happen, kind of thing. So he said best for business in that press conference. He told us essentially, yes, that was an interesting line, wasn't it? It was weird, wasn't it? Only thing missing was Heenan type commenter saying, whose side is he on?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that. But also, I think like, was it Wade? Was it Wade telling you like I'd been telling you this whole time and stuff like that? You know, you had a lot of those guys. Cena's gonna face turn before the end of the year. Oh yeah. He's gonna come.
Yeah, he's
around
gonna
before
he's
he
gonna come to his
retires.
senses.
That's gonna be fine. But you're gonna get the Cena. You're gonna get the biggest Cena sucks chance at
Mhm.
fucking Las Vegas. Oh my god, I need to figure
You're
out.
gonna get that. You're gonna get the biggest pop for
Guys,
our
please.
truth ever.
Yes, guys. I need somebody book me in Vegas so I can go to Mania, please. I need to see this. I need to be here for this. Damn it. I was pricing things. I don't think I have enough points to do this. I'm addicted, man. I have a problem. I have a WrestleMania problem. And you know. So anyways, that's where we're at with that. Hey, we want to give a shout out here to our friends on patreon.com/wrestling mayhem show that are supporting and keeping the world go around here for the Mayhem universe. And you guys are, of course, going to be participating very shortly in, I didn't make a thing for tonight. Oh, that's very interesting. No notes tonight.
No notes.
Apparently.
Do it live.
I guess, am I going to have to write down the matches or we'll talk about this on the break?
I got it. It's
But
fine.
anyways, thank you to everybody that does support the show over here as I'm getting used to my progressives. Oh, so listen, when you get tired and you have progressives and you're kind of still relatively new at them, it's bad news.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just don't have the range of sight that you used to. But thank you to everybody at the fan of the show level. Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Team Hammerfist, a great contributor for us for our artwork,
Mhm.
including that little logo right there in the corner. Tupac family, Bubba Brewer of the Triple B podcast and APWF, and Jason French at the Poppy Club level. Poppy's coming to town in a couple weeks, Riz. You going to go with me?
No.
Oh, come on. It's a good time. gonna be a good time. I'll throw you in the mosh pit. Poppy at Dave Potter and Wrestling Trench Coat Tony Kincaid at the Beats Club level. The Riz, as well as our manager,
Wait, leave it right there. Leave it right there.
Bradley.
This is actually a really good view.
Yeah, it is a really good view.
It's actually nice.
Screen cap it. Anyways, tag him, please, on every platform. Skeet it, poop it, whatever. And get back to me on that term we're supposed to use. You guys support the show too at patreon.com/wrestling mayhem show. And of course, we're in Mayhem Mania season, which means there's going to be some perks. There's going to be definitely some perks that are coming up here for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm out of breath after that call. What else is going on here? Liv Morgan.
Jade?
Can we talk about Liv Morgan being a fucking just fucking owning it on Saturday?
She was an MVP on Saturday. 100%.
And she's been on top of it with everything that they've been doing over the last year with her.
Mm-hmm.
Like she came from like just another girl to like the girl at this point. You know, that isn't like a giant badass like a Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, and it works. Like in the world of Rhea's and Bianca's and Jade's, she is fitting right in.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that whip was the second loudest thing that night. First loudest was Travis Scott's slap.
Jeez.
But yeah, I think Tina and I are on the same wavelength on this. On this issue here. I don't think Naomi did it.
I was seeing that too. So explain the breakdown here.
So we all know Jade Cargill came back and attacked the person that hit her with the car, quote unquote. And that person was Naomi.
Sure.
My theory, and I think it's the theory of Tina as well, was that it was Bianca. Bianca wore the wig. Bianca put on the jacket. And I feel like we're going to get, like, remember, again, I'm going back a couple years. And, like, during the Triple H Shawn Michaels feud, where it was, like, Triple H hit him with a car, and they did this all, like, superimposed, grainy footage. And then they did, like, that whole, you did it. I feel like that's going to be this scenario.
She did it to get her friend in, maybe. Maybe she to get her friend in on the action. You know, her real friend Naomi.
Real friend, but then it's going to turn that match into a triple threat match, which now may also be turning into a 4-way match because of Io's win.
Could be. Io Sky surprisingly wins the championship on Monday night from Rhea Ripley,
which was kind of convoluted, but it's fine.
Was it?
But I mean, it was fine. It was a good match. It was a great match. I just the ending was kind of but I'm excited for both winners of that, obviously. I'm excited to see where they go with whatever the heck happened at the beginning there with Jade and all that. And like, I feel like for the first time in a while, like in quite some time, like you want to sit and watch wrestling.
Absolutely.
You stay up to watch wrestling. There are no time limits for wrestling anymore. Like the 3-hour USA Network, boring as shit. But going to Netflix, doing all this, making it quality wrestling instead of trying to fill time, like it works, and you see that coming out in the competitors, in the wrestlers that are doing this, because they're telling a story to the people that are buying it for how many was it, like a lot, like $12.99 maybe, whatever Netflix is.
Well, it depends on what level you're at, but yes.
Yeah, but like you get that feeling of I have to watch this or else I'm gonna miss something.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like, even with Chad Gable, I'm looking at Chad Gable and Raw. I'm like, who's he talking to? What's going on? Like, it's why is there a box? What's in the box? What's in the fucking box? Like, it's those moments where you have to actually look and like watch it to understand what's going on. Also, I think it's Dario Cueto.
Yeah, that's very loose. There was a rumor that broke some of our hearts when it was untrue about WWE potentially trying to get the rights to Lucha Underground for our Resurrection in canon. And then, but also then they're shooting like that promo they did with LWO with our friend Joaquin Wild and everybody, calling out, God, who did they call out? I don't even remember. New Day. And then this walk through the back alleys of Mexico with Chad Gable and being handed a box and says he's got real power now and everything. I was like, what is this? I'm in love with this. Please keep going with this. Please add time travel. Please give me. You already have the skeleton ninja. Let's fucking go. Plus, you have Shinsuke doing whatever the fuck Shinsuke is doing right now too.
Shinsuke can do whatever.
Oh my god, this is so great. It is so like, oh, he's mysterious. He's never really doing anything. It's probably like a lot of the feedback I'm just presume is happening out there. Everybody's mad. I need to read a promo, or something.
Wrestling fans are weebs. They get it.
They're weebs. The real fucking fans that appreciate this for the art form that it is. I hate to be the person to say whether somebody's a real fan or not, but the like-minded fandom. Let's just say it this way, okay? And that's what we do here. And it's also why we're not a mass appeal podcast, but we're not angry enough for something like that. But Gift of the Gods champion Luchador Gable. Luchador! Ah! Oh my God! Ah! That's good. Anyways. What, you hate it? What, you hate it?
I hate that word. I hate that name.
You hate that name? Oh,
Change it.
Change what? No.
Change
this
it.
is the way we're going with it. So good stuff happening all around there. I'm trying to think what else happened in the WWE world that's worth conversation at this point. They just had a championship Tuesday. I want to bring up this thing. Well, go ahead. You do your thing first.
No, I was going to say they're really hinting the last few weeks that in a weird way that the Judgment Day is getting a new person.
Mm-hmm. Finn's fine. Yeah, Finn's just fine, guys.
There's not going to be any like trouble with that at all.
All this is because there's a new 2K game coming out, which I need to grab the pre-order on that, don't I?
Yeah.
Does that come out Friday?
I think it's Friday.
Guess what? I guess I know what I'm doing in my hotel room this weekend. Playing.
Okay.
By myself. 2K25.
Okay, there we go.
What the hell did you think was happening here, Riz?
You just said you were in a hotel room.
In a hotel room by myself, lonely in California, playing
without pants on.
By myself. Pants are optional when you're playing video games in a hotel room.
I'm just finishing the story, Sorg.
Yeah. I mean, especially in California. I think pants are optional in the state of California, honestly.
Yeah, probably. It's warm there.
Confirm. Please confirm. Hit us up. goodtimesatwrestlingmapshow.com. Confirm your pants status. Chat room right now. What's your pants status? Go. Anyways.
I hate that.
What was I talking about?
I don't know.
If I didn't have this big window here. I don't actually, the window's not open, therefore. I thought this was interesting. Kind of we lamented over ticket prices last week, which was fun, and I can't wait for the comments on that. But anyways, did you see the TKO takeover things that they're doing? between, there's a deal. I think they're doing, Australia's getting a bunch of UFC/WWE stuff. They're packaging this stuff now. Saudi Arabia is getting UFC/WWE, including, I think, Royal Rumble next year is going to be in Saudi Arabia. So that's part of that. That's part of that. I mean, they're putting big shows in internationally, of course. At least you know that WrestleMania is going to be in New Orleans. Hell, SummerSlam is going to be in New Jersey this year, sir, which is not a terrible jaunt. And there's a Ninja Turtle roller coaster not far away from it, indoors. Just saying. So just it was broken last time I went there, and I had a very bad weekend with a terrible MMA.
I mean, it is a good train ride.
It is a good train ride, actually. So, although you were right, I should have gone business class. But all the problems were of my own making, honestly. So, but it was frustrating. But anyways, Karrion and AJ, the battle of a Japanese shampoo commercial, please.
Wasn't that a
Booker T and Edge, I believe?
Yeah, it was like SVR. It was a SmackDown,
but it was also a WrestleMania angle.
Oh, it was a WrestleMania.
It was a real
angle.
WrestleMania angle, I do believe.
And I think it was with Booker T in both of those scenarios.
When you're writing teams out of ideas, and that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of TV for WWE, but it's a little more concise. There's not a lot of filler, right? So, everybody has a spot and a reason to be on the show. People are typically not on a show 2 weeks in a row in a match capacity. They show up, set up a match for next week. It's a nice cadence. You know what I mean?
It is.
And give them the time in the ring. That fills a lot of the show. Or you do have a major talking segment, like maybe a Rock or Seth or pull apart crazy stuff. With Punk and Seth and things like that. Like, they're going to the things they know excites the fans. And that's and they're really going to like what they know works and what gives, and rinse and repeat, and maybe turn up the intensity a little bit, So
say the F word.
Fungible.
Yes.
All that kind of stuff. El Torito makes his grand WWE return. I think we're going down the Lucha Underground rat hole here.
Yeah, we are.
Her hair is just so pretty. Yeah, that is true. There's some good hair. TKO Takeover, which includes bull riding. I can't wait for the crossover with the WWE. The bull riding people have been in the audience a couple times.
They have been.
So, because I think they picked up the bull riding, because I was actually going over this with some people over the weekend. I was like, so my memorabilities are UFC bought WWE and formed TKO, and then they bought the bull riding. And also I ended up on their social media because I was doing some researches during the show, and like TKO also has like advertising and event kind of stuff, like event execution kind of thing. Not birthday parties, like big events that you and I can't afford. Let's put it that way. And then they also do like they have kind of a sports advertising agency kind of thing. So like they have some different like fingers out there, but it's probably just them collapsing everything that like Ari owned or something, right? So and just pointing under one banner to kind of flesh things out a little bit and segment things, kind of think how WWE used to have SmackDown Records because John Cena put out an album that one time, and then they signed another band and then forgot about it. Right? Or WWE Films.
Is it a CFO dollar sign?
No. I don't think it was. It was some like post alternative band or something like that. So, first crossover weekends in Kansas City, and again, that's like I think it's like a Thursday, Saturday, Monday, and you're seeing that more. You're seeing more like hey, we're gonna like New York next week is I think like 4 nights for them, isn't it? It's like Friday, Monday, Tuesday. I thought there was something else they were doing up there too. I saw like I think they're maybe doing a world or something. Like they're doing these city takeovers, like WrestleMania-esque vibes to something like this, right? And I think that's very interesting because that's and they market themselves as a thing. Don't you want us in your city, kind of thing, right? I would love to see, and I don't know how big the market is in Kansas City versus what we have in here in Pittsburgh. I would love to see them do one of these TKO takeover weekends here in Pittsburgh. The PPG Arena when they're off season for the Pens or whatever, which may happen earlier than ever, the way things go. last I heard. So you fill that arena. That's a good thing for the arena to have like 3 events they didn't have before with the same company. Right? A lot of setup. Quite a different setup. Bull riding versus UFC 2 days later. Also, why there's probably a day gap in there because that turnover's got to probably take a minute, but and get the smell out. So get the skeet out. Anyways, but no, I think that makes a lot of sense, and there's a lot of crossover. And like, I can't say that you and I would be in. I've attended one bull riding event, and it was because my friend was doing it, and they got injured, and they got in very much trouble because they're also in the Navy at the time. Yeah, there's that. It's fine. It's a fine enough event. I wouldn't mind seeing the UFC, but also those are abhorrently more expensive than WWE tickets.
They're very expensive.
But we've had it here. We've had UFC at the arena here in Pittsburgh before, so that's not outside of the realm of possibility. And maybe if some people in the city can get their shit together and be able to do something like that, but I don't see it happening with our leadership here anytime soon. Shit, I got political. Anyways, they did get. Well, we have is it the NFL draft that we have coming in
Here
in Pittsburgh?
in Pittsburgh,
NFL draft, not NBA.
NFL.
So, and that's a big
we don't
deal.
have an NBA team, sorry.
A lot of people. So that would be a really fascinating choice, wouldn't it? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I was like, well, we had an All-Star games here in the past too.
We've had preseason games, but not like.
We had an All-Star game. Oh, you talking about NBA? No, I was talking. Sorry, I'm thinking about baseball.
We had baseball.
We did have an All-Star game here before.
2006.
2006. I can see it in Vancouver, maybe Seattle. Oh yeah, those are networks that would do that. So and that's this weekend with the PBR UFC WWE as well. But yeah, it's just that does I'm not going to get into the pricing thing as we talked about last week and all the new opportunities. I feel like that gives other lower end things like an AEW, TNA, et cetera, for ticket opportunities when they come to your town, or support your local. If you don't like the tickets with WWE, support your local indie wrestling. Right? I mean, that's it. Although those are getting expensive too. Not large shows are typically $25 these days, I find. So, and I know that gets hard when you have like a family of 4, you're taking out for the evening and stuff like that, right? So, but that unfortunately is the name of the game these days. When it comes to probably almost everything we're going to be dealing with in the next few months. Damn it, I'm doing it again. We need to move on to something. Tell you what what is not raising in price over at indiewrestling.us. You can check out all the action and more. A lot of free stuff that helps your bank account there, so you can buy those WrestleMania tickets over at the indiewrestling.us YouTube page. All of the back catalog for 880 Wrestling. RWA is all over that stuff as well. New episodes on the Indie Wrestling Network, which is still $5.99. There's a trial. There's a membership for $4.99 over on YouTube where you do get all that stuff under the paywall, including a lot of back history. We just added this week, of course, this weekend is Enjoy Wrestling's show at Mr. Small's Theater on March 8th. Dearly Beloved. Thank you very much. I'm going to pull that up
There's
real
a
quick.
wedding happening.
But leading into that, hey, we're sponsoring that. We got a sponsor on the 880 Kids got a match again. And IndieWrestling.us is a sponsor of that. We're going to have some personnel there helping out with the, the post-production, or the live to tape production, just aspects of the production. We were lending a hand there. Missy will actually be handling that since I'll be in California, unfortunately. But what was I getting at? Oh yeah, we actually, as part of kind of supporting that, there's a big match happening this weekend of MV Young and Jack Pollock. Career versus career. Scotty Swemba did a couple of amazing videos there. There's some promos that these guys have been cutting at 880 Wrestling leading into this. Happy to be kind of helping, doing our part to help get that story out there about this match. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a crazy one. But also, if you go to indiewrestling.us under the playlist tab, we have playlists. Every match that we have cut out for both Jack Pollock and MV Young is in a playlist that you can view now, so you can catch up on it, including going all the way back to some Rise days, some IWC days, things like that. And if you want to kind of see what that you want to see young Jack Pollock. I think there's, I don't know if we have him clipped out, but there's definitely some shows in there. If you dig into some RWA, when he was, I believe he was known as the next trending topic at the time, and he had lost significantly less blood at that time.
The best thing to happen to, what was it? The best thing to happen to Pittsburgh wrestling since Pittsburgh wrestling. I think that was what his name was
as well. Good stuff in there, like definitely Jack's battles with Wardlow. As well as Wardlow and Lee Moriarty in there too. A lot of cage match action, a lot of clips, a lot of other stuff too. Jack Pollock versus Beastman. I don't know why that's an hour and 53 minutes. I think I screwed up that process, but oh well. There's some bonus in there.
Isn't
for
that
you.
an hour and 50
Jack
minute
Pollock,
match,
Jack
sorry.
Swagger versus Jack Pollock up in Meadville.
Yeah, I think that we were at that one. Weren't we?
We filmed that one, so yeah, I'd say we were. Jack, he was such Chris LaRusso, and I think a no ring match. So a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of blood, a little bit of Shane Taylor as well. So you can go check all that out over there at IndieWrestling.US's YouTube page. All right, getting back around to it. This weekend is AEW's Revolution. I did find myself in Pittsburgh, in Los Angeles for work. So, and calling in a favor, and I'm going to be checking that out there as soon as I'm done with my my responsibilities for the day. Excited for that. This is going to be, and whereas I'm sure you're probably wrestled out a lot and not keeping up on AEW, whereas I'm a fucking sicko and I wash on the treadmill every day, so to try to keep up. But I'm excited for what they're doing there. I'm enjoying it. I mean, nothing is as a pitch giant thing as what we're experiencing in WWE, but how could you? It's WrestleMania season, but everything is there that I want. Mariah May and Tony Storm, Lee Moriarty's on the come up, going for the TNT Championship lately. I got to watch wrestling on a boat from Ring of Honor. I actually just started watching the Grand Slam Global Wars from Ring of Honor too. I'm a couple weeks behind on Ring of Honor as I was catching up with everything else. I'm watching TNA on the regular because apparently I need it because it's canon with NXT. So it's all interwindy, like my favorite comic books that make me read other comic books and things like that. And also I want to make sure I get the most out of all this money I paid for the TNA Plus program thing. Also Sacrifices, I believe, next Friday. So they're I think it's not a full pay-per-view. I think it's one of their plus shows or something that's like maybe $10 or $20 if you pay-per-view it. But anyways, do a run-in on MJF? No, I don't think so. Jack Pollock was originally known as the Human Element the first time he competed in RWA back in the day. I did not catch that. That might have been before my time. But anyways, there. Who's that? That's Matt, our True Prince, our wrestling historian, local wrestling historian. There, Riz, that used to be you. But this is
no.
What? You were a little bit because you experienced some things before I came into the scene. You were the IWC historian for me.
Okay, I thought you meant like I was our historian in independent wrestling when that really was like Eamon back in the day.
No, Eamon. Yeah, no, Eamon. I remember when security would roll in and be like, "Eamon, who's this guy?" So. Yeah, he was really into that stuff at the time. Anyways, MJF and Hangman is going to be an incredible thing. They're doing a redemption arc with him. They're doing Swerve and Ricochet for Jimmy Rave's robe. I believe that Nana has said, "You get the robe back or I'm gone," to Swerve. Like, there's some deep stuff there. Ospreay and Fletcher in a steel cage.
Nice.
And of course, Adam Copeland and Jon Moxley for the championship. So, and that has been somebody threw something out there, and I thought it was a message in the chat. I think it was a message in the Mayhem Show group chat over on Facebook. That is a part of the Wrestling Mayhem Show group, I believe, is connected to that, and you guys can be part of the conversation over there too. A lot of great chat that's happening in there. And we kind of clean out the trolls pretty well over there too. So it's a lot of good, real conversation from what we do have there. But of course, like Copeland and friends are now stalking and taking out members of the Death Riders with Moxley, so there can be a true one-on-one, including Willow. And somebody said, "Who are the good guys here?" And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that happens a lot with AEW. Like for instance, like Hangman, not a good guy. Swerve,
No.
not a good guy. But you kind of listen. Stone Cold, not a great guy when we started cheering for him.
But the thing is, with Stone Cold, he was the lesser evil.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that with AEW.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Besides maybe Mox, but still, you don't have that dedicated heel besides like MJF or Mox to be like. Even MJF is like the lines are blurred in that situation.
Now MJF is like kind of more on the fuck you side of things than he used to be. So we have that. We've retconned the good guy MJF a little bit here, which I mean is you're going to have kind of all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my God, I forgot that we filmed a match with Casanova Valentine here in Pittsburgh. That's crazy. So anyway, sorry, the playlist is up here still playing. Anyways, but I'm here for it because I mean I'm just down with the vibe. Like I love the super indie vibe of AEW, and I know not everybody here does. But I feel like some of the stories they've been doing have been pretty good. And keeping me from week to week on this thing. And coming off a Grand Slam, I think it set up a lot of great stuff for this next show. We're hitting a pay-per-view season for them because I think Dynasty's next month while we're on the road. I was waiting for your response.
Too many pay-per-views.
Too many pay-per-views, he says. Yeah, that's why you gotta find other methods. Not savory methods or anything like that, but friends with pay-per-view accounts. At the very least. Willow is on the whatever side the Willow is on is the faces. Yes. So no, a lot of good stuff there. And again, looking forward to it. So it just WWE definitely takes all the air out of the room when it comes to excitement for sure. Especially going into this pay-per-view. So, but we'll see what's going on there. Did we talk about the lawsuits last week? You know what? We're not going to because I see what time it is.
Yeah, it's time, Sorg.
You know what? We don't need to get in that. Listen, guys, we are going to get into a break, and then we are going to bring some people in here, and we are going to get started with the first edition of the 2025 Mayhem Mania. I'm very excited to see this thing kick off and see where we go with this. Guys, we'll be back in a few minutes here on the live, or just probably shorter if you see us on the stream later. So we'll be right back with Mayhem Mania after this.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. But it's not just the Wrestling Mayhem Show. It's a special new part of the season of the Mayhem. Season of the Mayhem. Again. And that also means it is time for... Oh,
yeah. That's the thing. Think harder.
Music. Think music. And...
Is it...
That's right. It is Mayhem Mania. Man, I don't even know how we introduce this thing, but you know who does need to know how we run introduce thing? The Riz needs to know how to introduce, because the Riz is the master of ceremonies, the master of mayhem for your ride for the next couple months here as we go through Mayhem Mania. And for those uninitiated, Riz, what the hell is Mayhem Mania?
Mayhem Mania is not just the ultimate fantasy booking challenge. It's also a competitive thought experiment. And this year, I made it even better. I'll explain a little bit here. Using the WWE roster and the like of everything happening with the world of professional wrestling, we are all here to make the perfect wrestling card. The perfect card of professional wrestling, the perfect WrestleMania card. And you get to be Triple H, minus the muscles and the bald head and beard and lots of money. But in this process, every week we will invite players such as our fine guests today to make a few changes to a card that we're going to make tonight. And in that process, they can inject a match with a lethal dose of poison and kill it entirely and make a new match over top of it. They can swap individuals and tag teams out of it and enter a new tag team or individual, or they can swap an individual or tag team from a different match into another match and swap their characters out or their wrestlers out to make a new match. Or they can just add a new individual into an existing match. It's fun. It breaks hearts whenever it happens. And this year, before and Patreon, you got to see this live happening. I actually have had everyone in this round pick a card, any card, because we're in Vegas. well, Mayhem's in WrestleMania is in Vegas.
We're in Vegas in our
Therefore-
hearts.
Yeah, we're all in here in Vegas. So I had everybody pick a number, pick a card, go high or low, and now comes the fun part where you, my fine individuals, and Ronnie, I'll get to you as well. Get to pick your WrestleMania match. Sorg, we'll start with you
Oh,
because you are it.
I'm what? I'm it.
You're it.
Okay, what does that
So-
mean?
So during our intermission,
Mm-hmm.
I had you pick this. Oh, you picked the 7 of diamonds.
Okay. I told you I don't know
and-
poker.
It is. But as of right now, congratulations. You put Doink the Clown in jail. in
What
Space
the hell? Wait. You have to play. What that means? So Doink the Clown's going to space jail.
Doink the Clown is going to space jail.
Well, that means we play this.
Space jail.
That's right.
So now we have somebody in space jail. It can be any iteration of Doink the Clown you want. I know, like Chris Jericho did it at one point. It can be any.
Oh, it's the
wrestler,
original.
really,
It's the
under-
original one. It's the he was the evil
He's
clown
dead.
at first, wasn't he?
He's
What-
dead.
But I is it the concept of Doink the Clown,
It's the
or
concept of Doink the Clown.
is it every indie Doink the Clown? Do I have
It's
to pick
Alabama
Alabama Doink? Do
Yeah,
I
it's
dink?
Alabama Doink.
Do I need a dink?
No, Dink's available.
Can I just say
It's only
viable Doink the Clown?
It's just a Doink the Clown.
I mean, we can to be cast later.
Yes.
Like it's just
So
a tube of face paint and the costume sitting in space
yes,
jail. Okay,
It's
I can go
it's
with
the
that.
Green hair,
I'm not
it's-
doing
it's
a
the
picture
face
of that.
paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
So Sorg, you have somebody in space jail.
Okay.
Now comes the time. Pick your match.
John Riz.
Mhm.
I've been thinking about
John
this for a
Riz.
while. I've been thinking about this long and hard,
Mhm.
but it was such an easy one. Because obviously, what I need to do,
Mhm.
well, it's the
I think
second
I'm already
obvious
writing
thing.
it down.
It's the second obvious thing. Because the
Mhm.
first obvious thing is that I'd use Ezekiel.
Was it Ezekiel versus Doink?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But the actual other obvious thing I was going to do was obviously going to be John Henry versus John Cena. Battle of the Johns!
John Henry?
Also, Sorg,
Joe
when you
Hendry.
yelled-
Joe Hendry. Yes. Joe Hendry and John Cena. I'm tired. I need more coffee.
Also, I want to point out this has been your TNA use. Everybody, so this week I will forego the TNA embargo. After this week, only one TNA move per week. And also, Sorg, you used up one of your 2
Okay.
out of the entire game.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you made Joe Hendry versus John Cena.
By the way, I got everybody's name wrong because it's actually Elijah and not Ezekiel. I watched
Yeah.
an Ezekiel
Zeke-
promo
yeah.
this week with Kevin Owens and Becky Lynch. So it's on my
Yeah.
mind. Yes.
I get it. They all look like Sorg. It's fine.
Yes.
They are triplets after all.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. So we have somebody in space jail. Tina, you're up next.
Mm-hmm.
You had the 7 of spades.
Mm.
You chose fairly well because BFAB is not going to space jail, but you have to use BFAB in your match.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Mm.
I forgot to get the timer.
Oh, no,
No
this is
worries.
fine.
It
This is
won't
fine.
take me. It won't take me.
Yeah,
It won't
for
take me
first
very
round,
long.
it's not hard.
So I'm pretty much going to do this basic move. And I'll use one of my TNA things to get out of the way too. Let's go ahead and do Michin and BFAB versus Spitfire.
Whoa.
Spitfire.
And who's Spitfire
Yeah,
for
who is
those that don't know?
Spitfire is the current TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions of Jody Thread and Danny Luna.
This is going to
Cool,
make
cool,
finding
cool.
graphics really interesting.
Yep. All right. And also, you do have somebody to put in space jail. Who is your person to go in space jail?
I'm not sure how much Sorg is quick on the draw, but if you want to go ahead and quote a Bobby F. J. Town line,
Get out of here, Charlotte. Get out of here.
there you go.
Yeah. Get out of here, Charlotte.
Get out of here, Charlotte.
All right.
You gotta make the game challenging.
You do have to. Which brings us to Matt. True Prince of Pro.
Yep.
You chose the 4 of clubs, or you picked the 4 of clubs.
Okay.
Your person was Montez Ford. Montez Ford is now in space jail.
Oh.
But go ahead and let's select, and you can pick anybody you want and put in a match. Let's make it good. Here we go.
Okay, so I've been thinking about this, and I actually had a list of some matches. Let me go to that. And I'm going to go with the one right on top. Give me Jey Uso versus Oba Femi.
Love it.
Oh, you are a tugger at my heartstrings for that Oba Femi match. That's amazing.
As we have documented, Riz is an Oba feminist.
Yep. Oba feminist, a Homo sapien.
Yes.
Whatever you want to put on there. That is me. The one I didn't, you know what? DP.
Yes.
You picked the Jack of Hearts. You picked a legend in professional wrestling.
Ink.
Close. Not really close.
Bushwhacker Luke.
You picked a multi-time champion. You picked Gail Kim.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Gail Kim is available for you. Go wild. She is not in space jail.
Okay. Can we do multi-person matches tonight? Like 3-way, 4-ways? Or do you only want regular one-on-one or tags?
I'll allow it.
Okay. So I will add her to a 3-way match I had in mind to make it a 4-way match.
Okay.
So it will be a little bit messy.
Of course.
We don't mind messy around here.
Yeah, exactly. So we got Gail Kim.
Mm-hmm.
We have Penta.
Oh God.
Yes, I am. We have Io Sky.
I was starting to write it. I knew you were going there.
Yeah.
And
say it right.
Reclusa.
Oh.
Chelsea Green.
Oh, do you want it as Reclusa or you want it Chelsea Green?
Well, I got to do it with Chelsea Green because
okay. Say it right.
You know, Chelsea Green.
Thank you.
How do I write that?
Our true American hero from Canada.
Yep. All right. Now, Ronnie, you weren't here when I did this, so I'm gonna
Well,
go through.
Riz.
Yep.
Now, just a question.
Oh.
Since I use Gail Kim, do I get to put someone in space jail?
You do. Yes.
A point of order. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot
Point
to
of
put that out.
order.
Okay. So, if there's a space jail, there's one person who has to be in space jail. B. Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, Dom. You went with Dom?
Where else would Dom be but jail? He's going to run the space jail.
Point of order,
good
count
point.
one.
Ooh, I got a thumbs
Oh.
down from Anonymous. Ooh. Did I screw someone over already?
Wow. Okay.
No. So Ronnie, I'm gonna have you pick. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this one live. So what I normally do. Tell me. I'll wait till you unmute. Tell me when this stops, sir. You're still muted. Oh, there he goes. He's going. He's
Okay,
going. He's going.
okay.
There we go. You're good. Ready?
There we go.
Right here?
There we go.
You're good. Mr. Starks.
Go, 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 go. Stop.
Right here.
Yeah.
That guy. Oh no.
Did I mess up?
No, you actually got a a good pull. Not gonna lie. Let me see here. I'm doing this live as we speak.
Do it loud, pal.
Do it live.
Pal.
Ooh, okay. All right, there's that one. High or low?
Low.
All right. Ronnie.
Mhm.
You just put 2 more people in space jail.
2.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. And they don't like each other anyways, so
Oh,
it's
shit.
perfectly fine.
Are they going to share a cell?
They're gonna share a cell.
Okay.
You put Fraxium in space jail.
Oh, that sucks. I like Fraxium.
Fraxium's good.
Yep.
I like Fraxium. They are the quintessential I hate you, you hate me, we're tag teaming, we're a good tag team. Let's tag a lot. Tag team. So you now get to pick a match to start off Mayhem Mania.
Oh, whoa, what?
Yeah. What is your match that you would like to choose?
Oh, okay. Let me think here. I get first pick. Wow.
Oh, I mean, you don't get first pick, but you get a pick in this round.
Well, worded better, brother. Go
I
ahead.
know. I'm sorry. This is new to me. Okay, I'm scared.
Let's see. Who's already on the card already? So
All right.
that I can't touch.
So far, we have Joe Hendry and John Cena.
Okay.
We have Gail Kim, Penta, Io, and Chelsea. Jay Uso and Oba Femi.
Okay.
B-Fab, Michin, and Spitfire, which is the TNA Knockouts champion, tag team champion. So you have a plethora of choices here to make. And also, you can't use Doink the Clown. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you kind of can't in reality. Let's see here, and I can do the TNA role too. Like
you can do TNA role. Mm-hmm.
So it's WWE versus TNA. Okay.
Yeah, sure. We'll go for.
Okay. Let's do Seth Rollins versus Moose.
Moose. I like it. I like it a lot. Yes, that is a good match. I'm going to move on to Jesse.
Hi.
This is your first time here.
I am.
Team Hamfist.
First time caller, long time listener.
Yeah.
Longtime contributor to the artwork on the Mayhem Show. New logos, including both of them on screen right now.
First-time listener, long-time caller. You chose. Well, you picked the 4 of Hearts. you chose Oro Mensah.
Who?
Okay.
I think he's NXT. He's from NXT.
I just watched him on TNA from Thursday.
Also at TNA. But it doesn't matter. He's in Space Jail.
Oh,
Okay.
no!
Well.
Oh, darn. But go ahead. You get to choose your
Okay.
match.
I've been sitting on this match for months. Ever since
I
the TNA.
I
the
feel I
TNA deal
know.
came through.
I feel I know where you're going with this.
I am going to be putting together a multi-person match.
Mhm.
It is going to be a hot potato scramble, which is a championship scramble. But the championship belt is in play, and this championship belt will be the Wrestling Nerds Radio Network All Florida Championship because
the what?
It's my belt. I can put it in there.
Okay.
And it will be the Wrestling Nerds Radio Network All Florida Champion AJ Francis versus, and I'm going to explain why. All these people.
Okay.
Dexter Loomis, because he is a Florida boy. We actually went to the same high school, and he's a Florida indie boy. JC Jane, because she used to date a former WNRN champion. Then we've got Lindsay Dorado, former Wrestling Radio Network Internet champion. And then rounding it out, I have Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, because I saw them in their first match as the Sons of Tonga, Kaba, and Nuku.
Now, are you putting them in together, or are they going to be in?
They're going to be separate.
They're going to be separate. Okay.
All right, can we get that rundown again? I don't know if I got all the names.
So I got it for you. It's
Okay.
AJ Francis.
Yes.
Dexter Loomis. JC Jane. Lindsay Dorado. Wow. Tama Tonga and
He
Tonga
just came
Loa.
back. It counts.
It counts. I'll allow it.
Okay.
I blame Matt for the. I blame not you, Matt, but I blame.
There is a point of order that Tonga Loa is injured. Do we have a
Ooh,
perspective?
yeah,
Do we have a
Tonga is
perspective
injured.
on WrestleMania?
You are correct. Do you have a replacement, or do you want to make it just those competitors?
Put him in his corner.
That's because he wasn't even in originally. Originally, it was going to be Kylan King, who's another TNA person and another Florida indie person. But I think she's coming back. She's not currently back, though.
Okay.
You know what? It's fine. Tonga Loa would probably botch the whole match of it.
Yeah, probably.
He can just sit it out.
Okay.
Perfect. And we did get a write-in from he who shall not be named.
I'm not writing that. We're writing Mad One,
Yeah,
right?
the Mad One.
Okay.
I guess.
I guess.
So he chose the Six of Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And he was able to use that competitor in this match.
Okay.
But before that, he did send Hulk Hogan to Space Jail. But in this match, his character his card was Uncle Howdy. And in this match, it's going to be Uncle Howdy versus the Boogeyman versus the Great Khali.
Somebody's warming up to the showrunner here.
Yeah. And let's see, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 matches.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess what I'm going to do, and it was brought to my attention that, yeah, we should have at least 8 matches.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of me picking, well, I'm going to leave it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ronnie, let's just do it again, buddy. Pick one.
Hold on. And I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we win.
Hold on. Go. Stop.
Ooh. Okay. There's that one. And then Jesse. Let's go one more.
Stop.
Right there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, wait, did I just do that again? Hang on. No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I did. What the fuck? All right. So, yeah, let's do that. So let's see here, because we are about to make a Rando Calrissian match. Emphasis on Riz. So these are two random participants to be in this match. First one is 7. Oh gosh. It is the 7 of spades, which is Logan Paul.
Oh.
Versus. Oh. Actually, Rando just made a really good damn match. Because this match is going to be Logan Paul versus Booker T.
We coming for you.
Don't finish that line, Zorg.
That's the
Do
chant.
not finish that line.
That was the chant last week.
No, it was. But I like that. I like that a lot. And that is actually a really good match.
Okay.
And I'm very excited for this.
One could argue Logan Paul, the Hulk Hogan of this generation.
Yes. And you know what? Might as well. Let's do one other thing for Rando.
Mm-hmm.
Rando gets Space Jail.
Okay.
Let's see. Rando Space Jail. Oh no. This one goes out. The mad one who helped out with this one. I'm sad because Lunchbox isn't here for me to do this. I just put Karma in Space Jail.
Who?
Karma. Awesome Kong.
Oh no.
I feel bad.
When's the last time she's been active?
I don't know. But hey, it works.
Okay.
Let's go with it.
Okay. So that rundown, you want me to do the rundown here?
I will. I can do it if you want.
Okay, go for it.
I have it. So, if I can find where it's at. Where did I put it? There we go. So, for now, we have going in Space Jail first. We have Karma. We have Hogan. A iteration of Doink the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
Oro Mensa. Fraxium. Dominic Mysterio. Montez Ford. And Charlotte Flair.
Mm-hmm.
And running down the first set of matches, the Mad One has Uncle Howdy versus the Boogeyman versus the Great Khali. Sorg put in Joe Hendry, or John Hendry, whatever you want to call him.
John Hendry.
And John Cena. Jesse put in AJ Francis, Dexter Loomis, JC Jane, Lindsay Dorado, and Tama Tonga. That's a big ass match. Ronnie Starks put in Seth fucking Rollins versus Moose. Oh, this is Dave. Your match. I kind of like how you mix this up. Gail Kim, Penta, Io, and Chelsea Green. Matt, you picked Jay Uso versus Oba Femi. Again, you and the Mad One playing with my heartstrings, and Tina with B-Fab and Mi Chin versus Spitfire. And you all have made a really good set of 8 matches here. And with that, until next week. Is this where I say stay Mayhemy, or is that during the other thing? Because I haven't done this.
Yeah.
I haven't done this.
Do it here. Do it here.
Stay Mayhemy.
That's right. Riz, there you go. Mayhem Mania. The first one's in the books.
I am warm. No wonder he doesn't want to do this anymore.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's like running a show every week. And with that, hey guys, I'll give a shout out there to our friends at Slice on Broadway. When we have guests in, we like to feed them or co-hosts or whatever the case may be when they come by the studio. And you do that as our friends at Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza, the OG, the original, right up the street here from the studio here in the Beachview neighborhood. Go check them out for supporting the show. Everybody, it's time to find out, what did we learn from wrestling this week? We got a lot of people in here still with us from the Patreon if they didn't bow out. So we'll go around the horn. Chat room, also put in what you learned this week. Who would like to go first amongst our esteemed panel?
I learned that The Rock has no idea where the neck is.
It's more about the motion than specifics.
Yeah. So he started from here.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up here.
Mm-hmm. Big smile.
He did
Big
2
smile.
fingers.
Big smile.
And he meh.
Mm-hmm.
There were too many if one thing I didn't like about that was there were too many damn hand motions. That's it.
It was like that video of the lady doing the breathing exercises.
Yeah. Like it was just like nonstop hand motions, and they didn't catch all of it, and it was just weird.
Wow. Jesse, you're first in person. What did you learn from wrestling this week?
I learned from Jon Stewart this week how this country turned heel, not unlike John Cena. Listen, I already knew. I'm not saying it's new information to me, but Jon Stewart helped explain it in a way how this country turned heel like John Cena did this week, in the same week.
Amazing. Dave Ponder, what'd you learn?
I learned that losing the belt may be the most interesting thing that happens to Rhea now, given her post Raw interview she had. And the reason why it's because it wasn't your stereotypical I'm angry at everyone and I'm it was a great introspective interview of where Rhea sees herself. And I just thought it's a place where her character can go multiple ways after that interview, after the backstage interview. It was just so unexpected the way it went.
Like it. Ronnie, what'd you learn?
I have learned that basic thugonomics is alive and well.
I think that very day I was playing Bad Man in basic thugonomics, actually. So
you don't lose the degree in thugonomics.
Hey, like a broken needle, you're not missing the point.
I did not.
With a mic in his hands, he's a bad man.
That's a good song. It's actually a quality song.
Really
I tweeted this, but did you guys catch what the name of the theme song was for Elimination Chamber?
Is it Sorg? Is it?
Yeah, it's the one in the corner, "The Cost of Giving Up" by Poppy, and we're like, that's interesting, isn't it? So
Full
it
circle.
all adds
and
up,
especially in the post show when they're playing it over that segment in the highlights on Raw the next night. It was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Anyways, Matt, would you like to give what you learned?
Okay, so I learned this week that it's really cool to have wrestlers that like really appreciate the work that you do.
Mhm.
So if anyone didn't see it earlier last week, I made a little hype video for the Jack Pollock and MV Young match that's coming up this weekend at Enjoy Wrestling. And it went like detailing like all their career, going through old footage and all that stuff. And like both of them like really appreciated it and seeing all the old clips. And I just think that's really cool that I was able to make something like that was then appreciated in that way. So that's what I learned this week.
That's awesome. And those don't know, Matt's True Prince of Pro on social medias. Always thank you so much. It's awesome to see you doing the clips when we do the 880 shows there on Thursday nights, and getting those visuals out there. But dude, you've been doing these great compilations, breakdowns of things like that feud going on, and I love seeing. I know you've done for one or two of the 880 show big matches as well in the past several months too. So awesome seeing that. Awesome building up that stuff and seeing that. And yeah, no, the wrestlers really do appreciate that kind of stuff. So I didn't get you. Did you do the one to the MMM song that MV was commenting on?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the one that I posted.
Awesome. I didn't get a chance to check it out yet, but I saw MV reacting to it. So
yeah, because there was a match at IWC in like 2010. It was John McChesney and Jimmy DeMarco, and it was the first career versus career match I ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a hype video set to that. So that was like my little way of tributing that first one that I saw to the one that I'm going to see this weekend.
That's awesome. I didn't even remember it. I probably shot that match, honestly. So.
Yeah, I think you did.
So, fantastic. And again, go check them out. True Prince of Pro you're on Blue Sky, and I know you're on.
Yep.
You're still on Twitter.
Sadly.
Yes, I know, but wrestling fans are there. So,
I'm only on Twitter just because most of the 880 kids still haven't gone over to Blue Sky.
Exactly.
If they went over there, I wouldn't go on Twitter.
Exactly. But unfortunately, a lot of wrestling still is there, and until then, hey, let's keep the positivity over there as much as we can. You know what I mean? For anybody who is left behind on that platform. So, is my take on things. So, regardless of what else is going on. Who else is in here? Tina, you're still in here. You wanna throw your what you learned in?
Certainly, and this comes with a little bit of ironing that I'm expressing this. It's going to be interesting to see, and this, I think I want to say this comparison was made earlier about how Cena's heel turn was similar to Hogan's heel turn in a sense. I know, and it's almost the same kind of like generation gap. Like, for example, my son, I think he was like 5 or 6 when he saw John Cena in person at a Raw. It was a build up to him and Randy Orton. And like I said, he was like 5 when it happened. And now my kid is like almost 17. And to kind of like see a similar generation gap from when I was a kid and Hogan was like the guy to I was 14 when that happened, or about to turn 14 when that happened. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see like the generation gaps of how that can be impactful, and also how media nowadays will take that into account as well too.
Awesome. Love it.
Sorry, long-winded there.
No, that is fine. That is absolutely fine. From the chat room, the Mad One learned the importance of laziness, backstabbing, and disrespect to go along with that, by the way. So, I learned that it takes 1 week to starting a new gym before you find a pro wrestler. Found one today. That messaged me and said, "Are you at the Planet Fitness? Da 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 da." I'm like, "Yes, I am." And I just looked around and pointed. So when I found them from across the room, I'm sure it was a sight. Geez, there's some other things I learned that I don't think I can talk about after a call last night. But no, it was. If you have an opinion about a wrestling promotion, turns out some of the wrestlers may agree with you. That's what I learned. Mike knows what I'm talking about because I messaged him last night about that. But anyways, no, a lot of fun there. And do anybody else from the chat room? Did I miss anybody on the call? I think I got everybody on the call, right? Speak up, unmute, or forever hold your peace. Guys, thank you so much. It's good to be Riz. Thank you so much for taking on this heavy burden, this heavy task with all this lineage. You can go.
I'm glad this is over.
You can go. It's week 1. It's week 1, sir. You have to do it again next week. Did they not tell you this?
No, Matt didn't tell me anything.
Oh, geez. Oh, wow. Here we go. I mean, and you got to do the thing where you come in here in khakis and have the big board in the office, in the studio.
Pants.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can try without pants, but that's going to be really awkward.
I mean, we talked about how we didn't wear. We did a whole thing where we said
allegedly we're not wearing pants. Be in a
hotel.
Alleged pants status.
And you're gonna play with your
2K25.
Yeah, there you go.
Alone in my hotel room. Yes,
that's what they call it nowadays.
Hey guys, I want to give a shout out. There's a new podcast that's a part of the network that all of you need to listen to. I listened to this is the 5th episode, but I had a chance to listen to it on my travels a couple weeks ago. It is History, Mysteries, and Victories with LaMotta and Finnegan. Jim LaMotta, a good friend of the show, is doing this show with his buddy Finnegan. They've been commentary over at VCW. It is now part of the Sorgatron Media feed. You can go out check out episode 5 is the first one that we've dropped on there. It's a really good episode. They said it's a little longer, about 45 minutes. I'm just like, you consider that long. So as I'm looking at an hour 51 on my recorder right now. But anyways, so go check that out. Histories, Mysteries, and Victories. It's on the Sorgatron Media feed on your podcast, and you can go to sorgatronmedia.com and listen to it directly there as well. It's a really good show, really well put together, and some really interesting historical takes, honestly, on pro wrestling. That's in and let us know, and you can let them know, what are your top 5? How did they put that? Your top 5. The top 5 performers that have made a cultural impact in the United States was their creed for this one, and they have 2 very different takes on what that means. As a little slight spoiler for you there. Very interesting take. Very good. They back up all their claims. It's a very good discussion. Definitely recommend listening to that to all the Mayhemers out there. So good additional content for you guys who are wrestling fans out there. Also, another part 3 of the Beastman interviews dropped on fishingwithoutbait.com. Also part of the Sorgatron Media feed on the website and podcast feed on the master feed as well. So wrestling all over the place. If you didn't miss it, we talked to Unwilty Tatiana last week. It was a really good discussion too. And also check out our friends Top Rope Tabletop had their first session of their 3rd campaign, retold, rebooted, with Tony Kincaid at the helm as well. It was a lot of fun. And love the flow of it. Love the new bells and whistles as a part of that here, as part of IndieWrestling.US's YouTube and network. You can watch those for free on both of those. Also, we started a podcast feed playlist on YouTube. So if you listen to your podcast via YouTube or YouTube Music, you should be able to access that a lot easier, including the back episodes if you want to catch up on all that. I'm working on the audio quality. It's really interesting to try to mic in a room of about 5 or 6 people. So we're continuing to work to increase that quality as we go here. And we are also already have dates for the next 3 months, I believe, for Top Rope Tabletop. So go check out the Top Rope Tabletop Facebook page for those dates, so you can see when you can tune in for those live if you would like to. I love that we had a lot more people watching, I think, than we ever did here on Friday's episode here. So it was a lot of fun, really cool, and I'm excited to see where they go with this. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for joining us. I will be in Los Angeles this weekend, and apparently I'll be in the stands for AEW's Revolution. Some fortunate timing there. I'll be at the UCLA campus doing a few interviews for my job with our friends at SAE, and over in I know it's around Covina, California. My California friends will let me know if I'm pronouncing that right in the chat room, I'm sure. So I'll be around the area. I'm trying to figure out what I can do with that stuff. And you can follow at Sorgatron to see those adventures there. And yeah, go check out our friends at Enjoy Wrestling this weekend, sponsored by IndieWrestling.us. And there's also a big show. We'll be sending cameras up for a charity show happening up in Meadville, Pennsylvania.
Meadville.
I was championing for Eamon to go up there and do some announcing, commentating for them if they needed it, because I thought that would be a perfect full circle if he ends up going.
Yep.
I was like selling him on it and telling the backstory of the Maryland at the during the pay-per-view. No, it's John McChesney, isn't it? It is. I know they're putting Rocky Reynolds into their Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. And also check out John McChesney's Facebook page lately. He has a lot of like good classic matches popping up over there. So really cool stuff going on there. It's a UICP presents Ringside Redemption up there at the Allegheny College Y Center Mall and Arena in Meadville, PA. That's Saturday. Lady Frost and Victor Benjamin are going to be a part of that. John McChesney, Bill Collier. See if any quick the former Mambo Italiano, who I think was working security on Monday night in Buffalo, Bulk Nasty, and the guy I haven't seen for a long time, Jamie Jameson, and a lot of other great people are going to be a part of that too. And they're going to induct Luscious Rocky into the PA Wrestling Hall of Fame as part of that March 8th, and that is to benefit the I don't know what it's benefiting charity. I do know that. So unfortunately, the poster does not disclose that. Riz, thank you so much. Riz plays games on that.
Thank you.
And I think you're going to be hanging out here in the studio. We're going to be doing some gaming tomorrow night. We were hoping we thought 2K25 was going to have their pre-release, but that's actually Friday. So
for some reason they're not doing a pre.
They're not at all.
Pre-release?
Are they doing a pre-release or an early release deal? No,
I thought wouldn't the early release be Wednesday?
I thought it was Friday. We'll double check that. If it's available, we'll grab it and we'll get some hands on it. Otherwise, we'll play Portal 2, I guess, with others. So, thank you everybody that was a part of the Mayhem Mania. Thank you everybody. We will see you guys next time. Mayhem out. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.